Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Fresh Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing all right. I gotta tell you though, I had a very, very long week, and it all started last Sunday. So my girlfriend made some chicken stuff that came in like this package. It was all right, but it wasn't anything crazy. But we had some leftovers. Well, after we ate, or after I ate and whatnot, I kind of felt like really bloated and like I was like almost like baby puking in my mouth. But that was because I ate a lot of food, drank a lot of like random fluids and stuff. But we had some that we didn't eat, so I packed it for my leftover for Monday, the next day. And going into Monday, up until lunch, so from like 7 to noon, I had diarrhea 3 times at work. Came home, ate the leftovers, and that's where it really went downhill, and that's where the story kind of begins. From noon to 3 p.m., so in 3 hours, to 3:30, I guess technically when I got off work, I had diarrhea 6 times at work. So right there, I had diarrhea 9 times from 7 in the morning to 3:30 p.m. Then I proceeded to have diarrhea 3 more times after work. It was a very, very long day. I did not feel good one bit. Tuesday, I woke up. I was like, I feel all right. Get to work, and the moment I got to work, I felt horrible. I was like, oh, dude, I really don't feel good. I didn't really feel the best to begin with, but I felt like all right enough to at least go to work or whatnot. Get to work, I'm like, man, I really regret coming in now. And I'm sitting at work. I feel weak. I feel dehydrated. Like I felt so weak. Like I was kind of like shaking. Like I just did not feel good. I was super dehydrated. Even my coworker said I looked dehydrated, which I was. I mean, I every fluid I had came out of my lower half, and I was sitting over the trash can multiple times just gagging. And my boss was like, "You gonna make it?" I was like, "I gotta go home. I think like this is not good." So I show up for work like 2 hours. Tuesday, Re- went home, rest the rest of the day. Felt a lot better, just relaxing and just drinking fluids and stuff. Wednesday I wake up and I felt like all right again. Like I felt like all right enough to go to work. And within like an hour being at work, I had my like I woke up and I got to work and I felt like I got hit by a truck. Like I felt like super sore. And then about an hour into work, my back, my like lower right abdominal to like my lower right back, like by my tailbone, like my basically my entire lower right side of my body hurt. Like I was having like spasms, cramps, consistent pain nonstop, and it was like a pretty solid pain too. Like I every step I could feel it. I couldn't bend over. I couldn't even sit down and use the bathroom without having to hold the rail and like slowly assist myself down and hold the rail and push myself back up. Like I was in major pain. It was miserable. I was like, oh, dude, like this is horrible. And I was getting really worried that it was like my appendix or something. So, like, lunch was approaching, and my coworker's like, dude, go home. You can't even like move. You look like shit. I'm like, yeah, I am gonna go home. You're right. I need to go home. This is like I can't work like this. So I left at lunch, worked 5 hours that day, went home relaxed, and I couldn't even relax. Even sitting down like in my chair trying to play games, every little movement it hurt. Like even to get out of out of my chair, I had to like grab my desk and like basically like dip myself up out of my setup. It was horrible. I was trying to heat pad and all that stuff. Texted my mom because she's a nurse, so I figured maybe she would be able to maybe help and kind of identify what could be wrong. I thought it was food poisoning or some kind of like really like bad stomach bug or flu, and she kind of thought the same thing. She didn't really think it was my appendix. So I spent the rest of the day relaxing, just trying to just feel better. Thursday I wake up and it was the same thing. Like I could barely like roll out of bed. It was just straight pain. So took Thursday off of work. Was again like really worried. I'm like, man, like I really didn't feel much better than I did Wednesday. I felt slightly better, but as the day went on Thursday, I started feeling better and better to the point where like I can actually get up without having to like really assist myself. I was still in pain, but I felt a lot better than when I first initially woke up. And thankfully today, I woke up still in a little bit of pain, but I woke up actually being able to get up and around without having to like hold something. I was actually able to just move around in general, and with not a lot of pain, still a little bit of pain. But as today went on, I started feeling a lot better, and like as of right now, it's 5:44 p.m. I feel great. I don't even think I feel like any pain at all. My mom thinks that I might have had some kind of like severe inflammation going on, and it makes sense because like from when I started really noticing like my back pain, or like my internal pains, from then to like even early today when like I said, I just still felt a little bit of pain. I was probably the gassiest I've ever been in my life. I felt like I was very gassy and I felt almost constipated. I wasn't constipated. Like I didn't have to poop or anything. I just felt like I was constipated. And I think I just had some kind of like extreme like buildup or clog in my intestines or something. And it was just causing like my insides to just be in miserable pain. And like right now, I don't really feel gassy. I don't feel anything. And I feel better now. So I don't know. It was a really, really, really long week. I'm not going to lie. But I did bust out my first video in a long time that's not a Fresh Friday. I made it yesterday if you want to check it out. It's about the unfortunate news. So that's one thing I want to talk about. But if you want to like watch the video about it, please, that'd be nice. Today, Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, was released in 2009. It was the first Call of Duty I ever played. It was one of the first really games I've ever played. It was released in 2009 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. I was barely 10 years old when it came out, and that was the first Call of Duty I ever played, and that was really, really, really the game that made me fall in love with gaming. And this was, 10 plus years ago. And finally, there were modders in the Call of Duty community that were remastering Modern Warfare 2. The problem with this is people have tried, like the modding community has tried remaking previous Call of Duty games in the past few years, and the Activision always shuts them down. And it makes sense because it's kind of like pirating, like copyright, kind of like stealing. You could play old games that were remastered for free. It would make sense that Activision would shut them down. But the reason why people had hope with this one, long story short, to play this one, you couldn't just play it for free. You had to buy a copy from Activision of Modern Warfare Remastered. So you had to spend $20 to $40 for the game. So you had to buy the game. And once you bought the game, you could then download the mod for free. And of course, it was looking all fine. Everyone knew about it. There was even a sale for the game on Steam for a couple of days. And Activision and everyone knew about this mod, that it was in the making for a long time. And the day before release, today was supposed to be the release. Yesterday, at like 4 in the afternoon, somewhere around then, Activision stepped in and shut it all down with a cease and desist to the company, the modders. And it's so freaking dumb, dude, because Activision is just greedy. Like they were actually getting money this time from people. The game that you had to buy, Modern Warfare Remastered, came out in I think like 2019 or 2018, maybe even 2017. This game is years old. No one plays it anymore. This game was so hyped up because of this mod that it became a top 5 selling game on Steam again. I don't even know if it ever was a top 5 selling game on Steam to begin with, even on release. On release, it had a very, very bad launch on Steam. Steam is just not the game to go to for Call of Duties. And just like that, Activision shut down. And it's so dumb because Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, people have been asking for Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2. They have been asking for those games to be remastered forever now. Ever. I mean, they even remastered Modern Warfare, the original one. But they can't remaster the 2 games people want so badly, and it's just so dumb that Activision has to be greedy and shut it down. I don't know. The whole situation is dumb. Watch my video about it. I kind of go in a little bit more details in my opinions about it, but it just sucks. All week I was so excited, like, let's go Friday. I'm so excited to come home, make my Fresh Friday, go to the gym, and play some Modern Warfare, and I can't. Just like that, it's over. It's such a shame. It's Activision. They had a big chance to regain the community trust and the love, and just like that, they really, really, really ruined their reputation even more. I mean, it's such a joke, man. The gaming companies nowadays are such a joke. It doesn't matter if 100% of the fan base begs a gaming company to do something, they just don't. I just don't get, like, if you're a gaming company or a company in general and you have the opportunity to please 75% of your customers and you don't do it, why would you not? I just it's just crazy. Like I said, watch my video. I go into about a little bit more details and my opinions about the situation, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, though, yeah, I went to the gym for the first time since Monday because, like I said, I've been really sick and I feel all right. I still feel a little bit weak and still a little bit under the weather. I'm still, recovering, but I had a decent lift today. Tomorrow is my daughter's 5th birthday party. Her 5th birthday isn't until next Friday, I believe it is, but we're having her birthday party tomorrow, and I'm so excited. And man, it breaks my heart. I originally went from when we first found out she was pregnant, and I hate to admit it, but I will always admit it and own up to it. I didn't know if I wanted to be a father at that time. I mean, I was 19 years old, barely out of high school. I really did not know what I even wanted to do in life, or I couldn't even really raise my provide for myself. To now, my daughter is 5 years old, and she's my world. She is everything to me. I would do anything for my daughter. I love my daughter so much, and it's just crazy how fast time flies by. It felt like just yesterday we found out she's pregnant, and I didn't know what to do with life, and now I'm in a comfortable position. I have a decent job. Hopefully, any time now we'll get a house. My daughter's 5, about to be. It's crazy how fast time flies. It's kind of sad too. Before I know it, my daughter's gonna be 10. Before I know it, she's gonna be driving a car. She's gonna be graduating high school. Uh, it's scary being a parent too, especially I feel like a young parent. There's so much expectations for your children, for yourself, and all this stuff. But I think she's being raised great. I think I'm a pretty good father. I think my girlfriend or my fiance is a great mother, and I think my daughter's in good hands, and it makes me happy. I think she's gonna have a good future. I think she lived a better life in her 5 years than I think I probably ever have had in my entire life, and it makes me proud to say that I could do that. My fiance, and I can do that for our daughter. I pray to God my daughter never has to experience any of the stuff we went through, and I will do anything, and I would die to do anything to make sure she doesn't have to go through that stuff. And some good UFC fights tomorrow too. A big title match. Izzy versus Dracus. I always say I think it's like Dracus. Regardless, I used to be a big Israel Adesanya fan, but the stuff that just comes out about him nowadays and the way he just acts the last few years, I'm not a fan anymore. It sucks, Someone you used to really like watching, now you're like you pray for their downfall. I don't pray for his downfall, but I really hope he gets knocked out tomorrow. And it's crazy to say that because I'm not even like a big Dracus fan. I'm not. But I kind of am a fan now. I mean, his trash talking is on point. I hope he wins tomorrow. I hope he knocks Israel Adesanya out tomorrow. And then I hope my boy Sean Strickland gets his rematch versus Dracus, and I hope he gets his belt back. And I'm gonna order a Wendy's 50-piece again tomorrow, the spicy one. That's my plan. Birthday party, 50-piece, some fights, and maybe some drinks. But we are already 13 minutes into the video. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. Much love, much appreciation. I hope you are doing well. I hope everything proceeds to go good for you in life, and I hope you have a great weekend. If you're not doing good, keep your head up, keep pushing. Please never do anything dumb to yourself or others. I promise it's never worth it. Things will always get better. I promise that it will. It might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, it might not even be in a few months, but you just gotta keep your head up, keep pushing, and I promise you will make it. And shoot, yeah, I guess that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Like I said, please watch my video about the Modern Warfare 2 remastered situation if you'd like to. Obviously, if you don't want to, please don't. Even if you're trying to just support me, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. It's okay. I appreciate it anyways. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a safe and good weekend, guys. Bye.